And we will learn more about the Fekra Development Program with other members and co-founders of this group right after this. You're still watching Nile Cruise, and we've just seen some pictures of the Fekra Development Group. Actually, these were group pictures, and we had two members of them. Right now, we're very pleased to also have with us Ola Magdi Gamal, the Public Relations Head. She's a graduate of the Faculty of Economics and Political Science, English section. Thank you very much for being with us. And also we have Enji Ismail Hamza, the co-founder of Fekra and the current president. A very warm welcome to you.
Right, starting with you, Inji, I'd like to ask you, we spoke a little bit about the idea itself and the program. I'd like to know from you, being the president of this development program, how's it running so far, and how are you seeing the impact?
Okay, so being the current president and being a co-founder, I'm able to see the great difference of how much we developed from when we started. At first we started with a group of friends, and then we expanded. We have a lot of people trying to join us from different fields. And we have people coming from Cairo University, people coming from GUC, from AEC, and anyway, we're trying to target people everywhere to join us in order to have like a very diverse community. And currently we had two events, and we have 2 active projects. And we're aiming to activate the other 2 projects that Sharif mentioned before next month. So that's considered a very great progress from where we started. We actually have 2 more events next month with activating the other 2 projects, which by far is considered a very great progress.
And as a public relations head, tell us how do you promote such interesting events like Al-Multaqa project? This is quite interesting to raise the intellectualism of youth, but how do you pick your speakers? How do you invite the attendees?
Okay, actually every project has its own theme. They choose the speaker, they choose the topics that are going to be discussed in these events or the trips according to the different projects. But we, as the public relations team, we are responsible for publicizing for these events through setting up booths in different universities, or using social media networks like Facebook and Twitter to just publicize for our events. We go to clubs, or we go to different places where youth mostly are there. to publicize for these events. This
Yes.
is our more.
So there's been like a trend maybe before the revolution, and the traction is more after the revolution, is leveraging the social media. How is the impact going, and how is it helping you to manage to reach to more audience and youth?
Fekra started before the revolution, but sure, it's more effective after the revolution because everybody has a positive attitude. Everybody wants to have a role in what's going on. So of course, people are more interested in our events nowadays than they did before. Everyone, especially we had the Multaqa event. Everybody wants to know what's going on in the country so that they could have a positive impact or share in what's going on. So of course, many people are joining us after the revolution. More people than they did before.
Arla, we know that any new initiative, especially when it comes to social responsibility, needs financing, and this is usually the big hurdle. How are you handling this issue?
So actually, the previous events we had, last one was at the Sawi Cultural Week, and actually as being NGOs, the Sawi Cultural Week, they didn't take money from us, but that was like an easy process. But actually we have a hard time finding a sponsor, but we try to get by this by having like, we take money from each other in order to buy the banners and stuff, because we believe in our idea and we believe that it can make a change. So that's why we're starting with this ourselves and trying to do whatever it takes to reach what we believe in.
What could be the most interesting story that you can tell us about since the start of this idea and the development program? What is an interesting story that touches you probably that you can share with us about this program? Okay. Just to reveal the sort of impact that it creates.
Okay. So for me is finding, we have our own email, you know it, fekra.dev@gmail. Finding a lot of people trying to contact us and trying to send us their ideas of things they want to implement in Fekra is really what inspires me.
The enthusiasm for helping
people
and supporting
want to implement their own ideas. The whole idea of Fekra is to help people to not only think, but to have faith that whatever they think can be possible. So seeing that people are seeking us to help them implement their own ideas is really inspiring, and it really motivates us to continue to help them do their ideas.
So I know I might be asking you, it might be a tough question to ask you about that, but it's important to think about the scalability of such a project and reach to more youth and to have a larger impact on the youth. Since you started something with a very good feet down there, are you thinking about how to scale more, since you were speaking about a lot of people interested and wanting to know more about the things that you're actually doing on the ground?
Okay, so our plan is to have a good base to start with, and then it's always better to start small and then expand. So that's why we started with one project, and each project, when it starts, we attract different people for it. So that's the plan, is to expand with every project, and with every project that gets implemented, we attract more people. So that's how we're going to do it.
Very interesting.
Okay, Sharif gave us a quick briefing about some of the projects that you do in the development project, but it's quite interesting to talk more about the Uslub Masri, the Egyptian way, if I may translate it. Can you tell us a little bit more about it? How are you going to publicize or show people that there is, after all, an Egyptian way? It doesn't have to be a replica of others.
Yes, of course. Uslub Masri is all about, yes, making it in the Egyptian way, and also to make people more positive, or just to strengthen the language, the relation between the citizen and his own country. Yeah, and people just lost their sense of belonging to their country, and that's one of the most important things we do, along with making people people having a more positive attitude towards everything. So it's the same way of publicizing for other events, but we have things like maybe just just helping people recycle things, or just not throwing garbage everywhere. That's one of the things we help.
Can you tell us the means that you do for this project? I mean,
okay, this project isn't activated yet. It's going to be activated in the next couple of months, inshallah. And the person responsible for this project will be responsible for the technique used in this project. But I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
Let me ask you a different question, maybe to wrap it up here. What are the difficulties that you're seeing while implementing those beautiful programs?
What are the difficulties? One of the difficulties is the financial support that she was just asking about. We have difficulties in having sponsors for our events. This is one of the difficulties. Another difficulty is actually publicizing for these events, because we don't have a very strong channel to reach more people. We want to reach as much youth as possible in order to reach our aim to benefit these youth.
Definitely, when it starts running, hopefully it will become like more or less like a snowball, and it'll be definitely having a bigger impact. I'd like to thank you very much, Aola Magdia and Inji Ismail, for being here with us. Thank you.
And best of luck indeed in your project. Thank you very much.